journey was made possible through the kind courtesy of Captain Jerry Gavaya and Roraima Airways. Captain Gavaya, I'm told, has gone to see if he can find a pavilion, and it's a pity that this tractor, is not working. Probably could have used it to reach the other end of the town. As we move through the jungle here in Jonestown, we're seeing all kinds of vegetation. And Captain Gavaya, what I'm seeing that is very common, throughout our travel here so far is the daisy. This here is
No, don't say that. This is not common. This is exactly where the bodies were lying. Only where the bodies were lying in this thick virgin jungle now. Well, not virgin jungle, but secondary growth. Are you going to find the daisies where the bodies were lying? Where the bodies were not lying, you find razor grass and we'll go to the other place now where the bulk of the bodies were, and you'll see it's all covered with daisies. Don't ask me why.
So even the daisies will have a story to say.
That's right.
Now while Captain Gavaya is at the back there clearing a trail for us and we are doing all the hard work, this is our driver. He's just sitting here doing nothing. Anyway, we have to go through there. What we are looking for, I'm told by Captain Gavaya, is that we're looking for the pavilion, which had in it a piano, and around that area would have had what is known as a bed of daisies. So through there we have to go to see if we can find the pavilion and the piano.
Hold me back, hold me back. Take your hand off of it, take your hand off of it. Primpler. Sean, you need to move from there now.
Well, we are still looking for the piano and the pavilion, but on our way through the thick vegetation here, we have come across this metal object. Captain Gavaya, any idea what you think this is?
Looks like an air conditioner to me. It looks like an old air conditioning unit, but I can't tell you for sure.
Is it a filing cabinet or something?
Or maybe a filing cabinet or something. Probably is a filing cabinet, you're right. Probably is a filing cabinet, yeah. That was kept in the pavilion because we are standing on the grounds of the pavilion at this time.
So most likely this will tell us that the pavilion was probably here.
That's
and
right.
Gone.
Somewhere around here. No, we're not exactly on it yet. But let's go.
Still tired, guys. We haven't found the pavilion nor the pianos yet. Captain Gavaya is somewhere behind here trying to make a trail for us. But Captain Gavaya, I just saw some fruit trees, and on our way looking for the pavilion and the piano, you were telling me about a bed of daisies. I think we are standing in the middle of that.
This is where the bodies lay 25 years ago. This is it. 18th of November 1978.
You told me earlier that we saw a couple of daisies before.
That's right, because they had some bodies in clumps and then some bodies were spread out. But this is where the bulk of the bodies were. So we're on the grounds of the pavilion here.
Any idea how long the bodies would have spent before they were transported?
Yes. They actually got in here on the Sunday. By the Tuesday, the third Wednesday. By the time people started, the bodies were decomposing by the time we were getting them out. So the U.S. Army came in and were bagging them and taking them out. But by the time they were very badly decomposed.
So from the time of
Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, maybe by Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
6 nights, 5 nights I think
That's
it
right.
was. And
That's right.
this is the bed of daisies, folks, bed of daisies. And we are standing here, and this is 25 years after Jonestown in 1978. From the bed of daisies, we made a chilling discovery.
They were drinking the Kool-Aid, laced with the cyanide, from half drums. Can we show you this? Come with me.
Oh boy. The picture speaks for itself. As Captain Gavai was just talking about the half drum, and we know the story that the Kool-Aid was mixed in these half drums, and this is a half drum, and we would want to assume that it's probably one of them that was...
This is at the entrance of the pavilion. They were at the entrance of the pavilion along there, and we can only assume that. But it's here, the daisies are there, the pavilion is behind us, and this is 25 years afterwards, boy.
It was from these drums, I can't say how many were here, that the Kool-Aid were given to the people in little cups, adults, children. We all know what happened after. 914 died on the 18th of November, 1978. We're looking for the piano. I think Captain Gavaya was clearing the bush, and what we are seeing there is the actual piano that was in the pavilion more than 25 years ago. Okay, Captain Gavaya, we've actually found the piano that we were looking for quite some time now.
Yes, this is inside the pavilion.
When you talk about the pavilion, what are you talking about?
This was a meeting area.
Stairs, or
yes,
this is a building?
It was a building. It was a building where they call it the pavilion. That's where they did their prayers, where they had their tongue meetings.
Okay.
And this is where they committed suicide.
In the pavilion itself?
That's right, and around it. They were coming in there. And this piano, this organ, was what was used in their religious ceremonies and their singing and so on. And when you listen to some of the actual tapes of Jonestown in the pavilion, which I will share with you, you will hear this organ play.
So this is it here, folks, what is left 25 years after that disaster. We are seeing the keys all battered up, even unrecognizable 25 years after. But there it is, part of the history of Jonestown and what happened in 1978.
This looks like part of a generator, generating set. And what you're looking at here is one of the trucks that was used by the People's Temple. Jim Jones' house was not very far from here. It was just behind there. In fact, if you see, I think there's some banana trees. If you see them behind there, we're going to take a quick walk.
So this basically was his personal truck?
I don't know if I know that I was told by one of the people who came, and it was one of the survivors, that this is one of his favorite trucks. He would normally drive it sometimes, or he'd be driven around in it.
But Captain, if I tell me this, I'm going to try to take a seat up here. See, it's still steady. Yes, it is. These vehicles, these are big vehicles. I mean,
yes.
How would have this gotten here 25 years ago?
Well, they were coming out to the Atlantic and entering the Winey River, and then coming through and passing through the Mora Passage, and then coming into the Barama and the Port Kaituma River, and coming right into Port Kaituma. Unload these things onto the docks at Port Kaituma. Port Kaituma, remember, was once a place that supplied with a logistics port for Matthews Ridge, which was once a big mining tongue, of manganese mining tongue. So they were ideally situated here, and so big trucks, cement, getting into Guyana legally was no problem, because that river, the access they used was unmonitored.
Well, this is the truck, according to Captain Gavaya, one of Jim Jones' favorite trucks. Used for many reasons, transporting people, transporting produce. It's a left-hand drive truck. All that is left here, seems to be the brakes pedal, probably the clutch, and the gear stick. I'm not certain whether it's automatic or manual, but stark reminder of the history of this place called Jonestown.
You find a lot of maintenance stuff.
Well, close to the truck, and according to the history, I'm told a truck shop was just around here, and here we are seeing remnants of what could have been a fuel pump, meaning that where they can supply gas to the vehicles, fuel valve here. So maybe this was their gas station, or part of the gas station here at Jonestown more than 25 years ago.